I want to start by apologizing first because I was supposed to be here earlier than the time I arrived. Yeah, I don't like to go late and I don't like to go against my word. I gave the time that I was supposed to be here and I was late, but it wasn't completely my fault. I blame Isaac partly because he wrote the address like if you are driving you will just see it on the road. Too much packaging. Route 599, Abeokuta Lagos Expressway, Abulegba, U-turn. So I didn't know which one, whether to look for U-turn or Abulegba or 599, right? I ended up in Alagbado, right, before I turned back and started coming. Another reason I want to apologize is because I'm late. I feel guilty that I'm having to speak before you guys, but the truth is I have to run off. They've paid me for work and refund is not part of my policy. Refund is a very difficult task, you know, so that's why I actually wanted to speak early and I opted to come early. He actually gave me 2 o'clock. I told him no, I have to come early because I have work to do, right? So what I'm trying to say in essence is that I'm actually going to be running off, unfortunately. I'm not going to be able to join the panel discussion, number 1. Number 2, I'm not going to be able to take questions, unfortunately, because I'm actually not supposed to be here now. And as a sign of respect to the other speakers who I am especially going to speak before, and the panelists who unfortunately I can't join, I wouldn't want us to be distracted. We are here for something very serious, okay? So I hope I've been forgiven and I have the permission to carry on.
Yes.
Thank you. I was thinking that I don't know what drew me to this. The first time Isaac told me about this, I saw the address. I'm like, come on, man. But a part of me was like, yes, you have to go, simply because I lived in Fagba at some point in my life, you know, and I'm like, okay, Isaac could have done this in Ikeja, I could have done it on the island, I could have done it anywhere, but the truth of the matter is, when I was living in Fagba, people really didn't take me seriously, they didn't reckon, and I found out that precious materials, you know, the most precious things in life, the most expensive things are actually found in nooks and crannies. So in this hall today, don't be surprised. You have world stars here, you have world politicians, you have inventors in this place. Am I making sense?
Yes.
So yes, I was like, I need to come here because my background is not far from this, you know. So I'm going to be telling us about a few things that determine the journey to a successful life. Number 1, which is very important, is to know yourself. Practically every one of us hardly know ourselves. One of the most difficult journeys you will ever travel in this life is a journey to self-discovery. Your name was given to you. The religion you practice was given to you. The pattern of dressing was given to you. The age you are supposed to marry was given to you. The age you are supposed to be termed successful financially was given to you. Pretty much everything was given to us, not just by family, but by society. How many things have we on our own decided that this is who we really are? It is because of these laid down patterns that have been created that makes many of us not to break through when we ought to break through. Because we tend to believe we have fit into the system, we have been programmed. You need to sit back and ask yourself, who am I really? Because it is the things that make you happy that will make you live a fulfilled life. If you're doing the things to impress your parents or to impress society, you will just wake up one day and realize that you are very unhappy with yourself. So you need to ask, who are you? It is only when you know who you are, certain things will not influence you. So when they tell you, oh, let's go smoke, let's go drink, let's go party. I'm not saying to party is a bad thing. I'm just saying some people just don't like to party. So don't go if it's not who you are. It's called peer pressure. You need to ask yourself these questions. When you know who you are, there's no amount of pressure that will come that will make you do the things you are not supposed to do. And you will not pursue a line that is not your line. You know, most of us growing up, they wanted us to be either doctors or lawyers or engineers. Now let me tell you something. One of the biggest luck I think I ever had in my life was discovering who I was at a very young age. I was 15 and I asked my mom, people who study theater arts, people who star in movies, what do they study? She said theater arts, but it's a useless course. That was the day I decided I was going to study theater. When I was 18, I got into the university and it was a tug of war with my folks from 100 level till final year because they wanted me to change department, but I stuck to my guns. Luckily, they let me be. I thought that was the end, but guess what? After during youth service, my mom says, when you finish, come back to Delta State. I have 2 jobs for you as a lecturer, either in the polytechnic or the university. So because of that, from Kogi State where I served, instead of going back home after service, I came straight to Lagos because that was not who I was, to be a lecturer. But that was the world she knew, and she wanted the best for me. But that was her best. It was not my best. I got to know that I want to be an entertainer. I want to stand before people. I want to entertain people. The bug caught me pretty much when I was very young. So I was very sure this is what I want to do. And I went for it. So help discover yourself and you will know. And you will have no apologies whatsoever. And you will not follow the bandwagon. Okay? And why this is very important is that no matter how hard you try, you cannot give what you don't have. You cannot give what you don't have. If you are not a lawyer and you go and read law, yes, you will have the qualification, but the success other lawyers who are born to do it will find, it will take you probably 20 years, 30 years to find it because it doesn't come to you naturally. So it will take you time to now practice, and then your youth is gone. But the thing you love to do, look, if you are not doing it, you can fall sick. You will wake up and you'll be thinking about it. Before you sleep, you'll be thinking about it. And that because it is inside you. Whatever your gift is meant to be given. So when you are not doing it, you tend to fall sick. You tend to be restless. You tend to be uncalculated. Why? Because that thing you really are is what you want to express. Is the gift God has given you. Unless you express it, you will not lead a fulfilled life. Fulfillment comes from doing the things you are passionate about. Fulfillment doesn't come from making money, except you are passionate about making money. Okay? Number 2, be bold. You have to be very bold. In anything you choose to do, be bold. They say ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. There's no use knowing what you know if you are not putting what you know into use. You have to be very bold. Along the line, there will be a method to your madness, like Tony A. Do you understand me? Robert Greene, in the 48 Laws of Power that D1 actually suggested, one of the books, says that fear in the mind of the participant is evidence of failure in the eye of the onlooker. People can smell timidity from a mile. When you are bold, people will forgive you even if you were making a mistake because you were bold. She gave an example here. Met this lady and the lady was also overly confident, and that was the reason. She knew she was empty training wise, but she knew she was trainable. Why? The first step, she was bold. Nobody likes timidity. There are certain types of lions when they want to hunt, when they see many antelopes, they watch out for the fidgety one. The one that is looking like, hey, they see lion, see lion. That's the one they lock their gaze. When the lion goes for the chase, right? It is that one. It will overtake other ones, but that one that is fidgety is what he will go for.